Hello there, Gemini. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading is going to be for Gemini for October of 2019. We are already 10 months into the year. For everybody who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for an overall view of the month, and we pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. I am an empath, so I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. That makes all of us Geminis named Frankie for the time of the reading, I guess. Look at your moon sign and rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month, and I do not believe the cards will go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month, kind of like an overall theme. Now, I have a short message for us, and it was one word. It was the word play. Like, go have fun, go enjoy ourselves. I think a lot of us are going to get like a wish that we, or a long awaited desire, may happen for us this month in an easy manner. But for those of us that are planning, like planning something, they're saying, take care of all the details, tie up all the loose ends, and then if I'm stopped in my progress, sit back and be patient. And I'm saying the patience word because that's our first word here. We have good words this month. They're patience, relaxation, which goes with play, beauty, synthesis, and spontaneity, which also goes with our play. But synthesis, I think there's something about timing. If we have something we're planning that we may have to wait about, maybe that's astrological, I don't know. I'm not an astrologer, but we have, for our first card here, we got the Nine of Swords, which is like tension and um, unhappiness, regrets, mistakes, or misfortunes that were in our past. They're kind of like we're unhappy, we're awake all night thinking about these things that could go wrong or whatever. You know, it can be that we're afraid of something, and what we're worried about or afraid of, let's just say, it's it is something that could possibly be true. But for most of the us, it's going to be the tiger's at the door type of energy. So we might be being troubled and staying awake, and sometimes it's about things that are very deep rooted that keep coming up to the surface. And if they do, allow them to come to the surface to clear out. But you know what they say about the tiger at the door? Normally, it's a pussycat when I finally get the courage to open up the door. So if whatever is happening during this time, nines are the completion energy. So that means that whatever it is or whatever's coming forward for us, whatever changes we make or need to do, as long as we're patient with ourselves, you know, open up the door, have the courage type of energy, it's going to come out in the end like to forecast a better future for us, is exactly the way Spirit's asking me to say it. So, whatever it is that's troubling us or worrying us, or maybe things that we didn't get finished or completed that we're going to have to be patient about, just make sure it's ready to go. And this is the way they're saying, ready to go when the timing is right. Okay? Ready to go when the timing is right. Because our next card here is the Seven of Rods. So wands, whatever. This is a card about courage and determination. It's when we are ready, willing, and able to stand up for what we believe in and to stand our ground no matter what. So it's a very strong card, so with it we could have maybe fallen into complacency, but now we'd be like more vital and more active. No, there's 6 rods underneath him, and he's up on the hill above them all, and he's holding them off. So it's a card of profit and gain after, like, after us determinedly holding off the competition or holding off the enemy or whatever, um, standing up for ourselves. I'm looking down at our words here. It's like just standing up for ourselves. We might be outnumbered, maybe we are outnumbered, but our determination will win the day anyhow. So when we get this 7 of Rods card, we discover like internal resources that we hardly even expected that we had, and we put them into really good use to overcome any obstacles. And because of that, because we put them to good use, we have advantage, and eventually, so it's like being the king of the hill. Eventually, we just achieve our success by sheer force of will and personality, and also our patience. That's being called forward this month too, so that word patience is in there, you know, stand up for ourselves. That's what they're saying. Stand up for ourselves. We know maybe timing's a little bit off, maybe for those of us that were um, doing a project or something, and we thought it was going to be the go ahead, and it's delayed in some way or form. It will come, is what they're saying. It will come. Just wait for the right timing, and it will be right, okay? I don't know, I can't place this for, I wished I could, Some of us, this may be energetics of relationships based on what I'm seeing here, or choices that we may have to make. Others of us, this is going to be like a work or a project type energy that we're working on. But I do know that it's going to work out okay because of what I'm seeing in these cards here, and because of our words here. So I keep wanting to say relax, be patient, just like our words, relax, be patient, go play, have some fun, clean up the details, relax, be patient, and it's all going to come out all right. Because next card here is the King of Rods. So we got a fire energy going on in this reading, and actually 3 fire energies if I think about it, with our last card that's coming up here. King of Rods energy is Leo, Aries, Sag energy. It can be sun, moon, or rising, and it can be male or female. So it's someone of status that's an influential person, very independent, and very inclined to help us. So King of Rods energy is extremely mature. It could be our boss, it could be a mentor, maybe a senior business partner, or maybe someone who's advising us. If it's outside of us, maybe we're being called forward to step into some of this fire energy this month. We're air, but what are you doing? Maybe sometimes we need this. Maybe we need it with that 7 of Rods energy of standing up for ourselves, so the thing about the King of Rods is if it's someone outside of us, they we could rely on their honesty, their intelligence, their fear, fair-mindedness. That almost didn't come out of my mouth right. Fair-mindedness, and we would be sure to get good advice from them. They have really good advice. And if it's not a person or an actual person in our life, it could be, our love relationship. It could be a new love relationship coming into our life. But if it's not a person, and let's say it's the situation around us, um, then be, it would present to us exactly as it appears to be with no hint of deception. Because this is loyal, honest, trustworthy, straightforward, mature energy. So it can indicate for us like good fortune coming our way, maybe unexpected help, unexpected advice, unexpected good news, a promotion at work or something. It can mean inheritance sometimes. For some of us, it could be that type of energy, but it's something that's very good for us. Most of the time, I'm thinking here, Rod's energy has something to do with our work vibration, but other times it doesn't, and even if it isn't work, maybe like for those of us that aren't working, maybe it could be an energetics of like a stock advisor that really knew what they were doing, that could help us and serve us, that type of energy. It's tough when you're reading people cards because you're not sure if it's a person or is it a situation that is exactly what it seems like it is. So I can trust it, no deception, nothing that I should be worried about. It's all right, it's balanced, and in harmony, like our word synthesis there. So, however it presents, it's a truth, and that makes me kind of very happy, for us, and especially with these other cards here, because now we have the Seven of Cups, and that if this card doesn't represent Gemini, I don't know what does, because we have all kinds of ideas, and they're always going through our heads. So it's a time of creative potential, right? Along with the energy to make use of it, which is really good. That's why I think part of our message about if we had a goal in mind and it didn't pan out right away, just make sure we, tie up any loose ends, be patient, and wait it out. The timing might be off. So we have all these options available, and the difficulty is, what do I choose? It's a card about fantasy and um, imagination, about building castles in the air. There's even a castle in that one of those top ones there, things like that. There's a mask in one, kind of like, who do I want to be when I grow up? Because I think we Geminis don't like growing up. So we're looking at a number of possibilities now, but there's just too many of them to make a choice. So it's like being the kid in the candy store, and we got 1 penny, and we're like, oh my God, what am I going to buy with 1 penny? There's so many choices for me to make. I'm trying to think of ways to place this card. It's we're having a hard time deciding which one we want to manifest into reality. So, if that's the truth of it, then we need to sit down and go within and focus on the one. They're saying focus on the one that would be most important, most important to the goal that we're moving forward towards. So focus on the one that is most important towards the goal we're moving towards. And that's how they want it said. Because we Geminis, we have a lot of ideas, and we can spin around on a dime. We can do spontaneous action if it's required. So pick one, pick two, maybe even. Say, okay, this is the dream I want to come true, like our original message, and this is what I'm praying for, and this is what I'm open for. Open to to stepping forwards for. Okay? That's, or forwards to, is the way they want me to say this energy this time. So it's really interesting, you know, because if it was reversed, it mean we were confused. And I don't feel that we're confused. I think we have a lot of options because we're creative and we're so highly intelligent, but we do know one or two things that we can focus on and, you know, relax into the energy, like our words, be patient, tie up anything that's not finished because the timing might be a bit off, you know. I think there might be, it's probably something now astrological. Maybe Mercury will go retrograde sometime, you know. I'm not quite sure, but it's like I got it all done, it's ready to go, but, and then it'll go forward, you know. And I know it's going to work out really good for us because our next card here is the sun. So that's really positive. We have two fire energies. This is fire energy, you know, thinking of Leo or whatever. And the sun relates to energy, vitality, uh, confidence, success, good times, a time of new beginnings, a time of things going really well for us and of accomplishment, success, contentment is a word that comes to mind. Material well-being always comes with this card. Um, and this optimistic and happy frame of mind also comes with the card. Like here's the couple here in this deck. They don't. There's usually a child on in the card too, but it's like happiness, feeling cheerful, feeling self-confident, um, full of life and full of vitality, ready to undertake new projects, ready to make whatever changes we want to make for the better, is the way they're saying it. Change whatever we're planning right now, we would feel like, that's why I'm telling us to focus on only one or two things with all these ideas, because with the sun card, whatever we are planning right now, we would feel a great deal of enthusiasm for it, and we wouldn't be worried about the outcome at all. So patience is a good thing in this respect, a very good thing, because if we think about it, and whatever that goal was that isn't coming into being immediately, it would be already, you know, to just jump into when our timing was right, which maybe could take just a week or two, who knows, you know. With this card also, yeah, we could be starting more than one project. Maybe that's why they told me pick one or two out of our 7 things that we're doing. So we could maybe be doing one or more project, like maybe upgrading something, moving to a better paying job, uh, more satisfying job is what they're saying. Um, it also means, when I think about it, like just moving maybe to a sunnier climate, maybe going on vacation to some place, you know, that we always wanted to go. All those kind of energies come up with this, but it is success is assured energy, and that's what we want. So we don't have to worry, you know, as long as, you know, as long as anything that we're doing gets blocked somehow, that we have it all completed and ready to go, and that we're patient, you know, because it's going to take off, like whatever it is, because I wished I could place it for you guys, but take off like in a few weeks, or, you know, shortly, but maybe it's this kind of energy. Okay, that's going to happen on Monday. that meeting's going to happen on Monday and it gets delayed for 2 weeks because someone's not at work. That kind of energetics, so patience. That's all. And I know we're not real patient, but what can I say? What can I say? We could get some patience if we need it, or if it's really, really required right now. I think this month, the way it feels to me is like we're being guided or shown the way. So pay attention. Be patient, relax into it. When it's time to move on it, do it spontaneously. Do it. Because we are really good creators and we're very, very inventive. So that's what they're saying. Just do it. Pay attention to the guidance we're getting. What is our angel card here? Oh gosh, can't make them up. It's listen. I'm like, really? Listen. She's going, that means don't talk, which is difficult for us. Don't talk, listen, sit inside with this energy. Sit with it. Decide the one or two things that I truly want. I think it's going to be easier than we thought it would be. It says, quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in quiet, receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. Maybe that's that patience thing, energetics. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. Sometimes that's a hard thing to do, don't you think, Gemini? I think it's a hard thing sometimes to just sit and listen, and without our minds moving all over the place, at least the mind of this one, because it's always going. Wait a minute here, I can't find almost found it. It says, you received this card because the angels wish to get their messages through to you. They ask that you talk less and listen more. Oops. When we're stressed, we tend to chatter out of nervousness. Patience is a virtue, is that what they say? So don't pray for patience, Gemini. Say thank you. Thank you that I am patient. Give your worries to the angels and trust that they've heard your prayers. If it seems they're not answering, that's probably that little delay thing out of our original message. If it seems they're not answering your prayers, it's probably because you're not listening to their answers. So retreat to a quiet place with the intention of listening to your angels, then close your eyes, breathe deeply, and listen. Avoid noisy environments. You've been hearing your angels correctly. Turn off the television or radio. Your hearing is becoming more sensitive because you've been tuning into the angels, and clear out your ear chakras by visualizing light clearing the area above each eyebrow, and blow your nose. It pops your ears open. There you go, Gemini. Well, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, your shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them. I really appreciate them. And if anybody wants to know more about me or Neb about me, all the information's in the About section below the screen. Or if you need to set an appointment with me, the information to be able to do that is in the About section down below the screen. At the website, the prayer class and suture classes there's 2 short videos that explain them that I put out there for you guys. The prayer class is 2.5 hours long. It tells you how and why and what you do to format prayers for all different kinds of things. Sutras are thought forms you put in a simple meditation. Takes 5 minutes a day. It enhances the clear perceptions. But the videos that explain them are over there at the website. and to all of you that I've met through 3 whole years of doing YouTubes, and everybody I've met through 31 years of doing this work. I want to tell you all it's been an honor, a privilege, and a joy to be able to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.